All right. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? I always hope that you are doing well. So, happy Thursday. It's time to go. It's time to jump into this amazing show. So, let me do what I do and cue the music.
God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word.
All right. Woo, 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 woo. I am back. So, very excited. I'm going to see if I'm going to do something today. But today it says, of course, celebration because we were celebrating my daughter turning sweet 16 and I was crying. So, let me see. Give me pause for the cause real quick, you guys. It's my birthday. Okay, you guys. So that was my daughter. She's having a birthday, but I interrupted her. But I wanted you guys to hear her because she is now 16 officially. And so I was like, oh my goodness. I was I was happy and crying at the same time because she's growing up and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't think I was gonna be crying, so much. But every time I looked at her today, she's like, why are you crying? And she's growing up and every stage and you just think back of things that you've come through, she's come through, and it's just like it's amazing. So I am going to put up her picture. And today I also made a flyer for somebody. So this will be good if anybody is in the St. Louis area. I will put up a flyer for someone who is actually going to have some amazing food for you. So if you tune in and you want to check her amazing food out, I'll be putting that up in a minute. So let me just go ahead and share my daughter. Boom. I found that song that like where it goes, Happy birthday to you. So anyway, I love that song. I put it on the Instagram for it to just replete the little part. And she's like, Mom, like what? It's your birthday. And I was like, it's your birthday. I guess there's another song. It's your birthday, girl. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, girl. So she's like, Bob, stop. I was like, well, I'm trying to get all these songs for you, and then a Stevie Wonder, happy birthday to you. But I didn't do all that stuff. I was going to do it, but she's like, no. So we planned some things for her brother and sisters and I, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff for her throughout the June because she wants to see this movie, and of course, so she selected to see it. She can go see it. So we're gonna do some things, and then she wants to go to the zoo. So she has been to the zoo, but has she didn't remember it because when she was young. So we're gonna do that too. So her whole month is gonna be birthdayed out for her. So yeah, we're just gonna make it a whole thing and let her enjoy the month of June. I can't believe my daughter is 16, but very, very excited about that. So now I'm going to showcase and share this flyer that I made for this business person who makes amazing food. And so I was busy doing that today. It came out very well. But if you are in the St. Louis area, this applies to you specifically. Nobody else because you're not going to get the food because you person like me in Arizona or somewhere in California, you're not going to get the food. So, but if you are in St. Louis, good old Missouri, if you're in St. Louis and you're looking for some amazing soul food for Father's Day, I hope that you will check this person out. And there is the amazing food there. So if you want to know more, you can always send an email to, of course, Pastor J at Sutton968@gmail.com, or you can also reach out to him on Walk of Truth Radio Network. You could DM him either on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, or email him, and he can give you more details about the information. So do check that out. Grab your food while you can. I hear she's got some great catfish and some pork steak dinners and some desserts and mashed potatoes. So get it while the getting is good. Get that great food. So anyway, I'm going to go up here, Nessa Kitchen. Definitely check it out if you are in the St. Louis metropolitan area. So I'm going to put that down, and we're just going to have a conversation about celebration. So it's been a good time, and I have been working on really doing and having time to celebrate with her. And I really think that for me, I know it's getting close to her becoming an adult, right? So that's my daughter. My other daughter was showing me that she just colored a great picture. So I cherish every moment, because the moments, they come so fast. And when people say, you better enjoy the moments of when they're 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because it goes fast, and it really does. From her being in my arm and just me holding her as just so tiny, she couldn't fit in her little Tweety Bird one piece that I had gotten her. It was too big. She was too tiny. She could barely fit in it. But now she's taller than me. And she is just doing amazing things. And I am so, so extremely proud of her. I am very proud of her. And I'm very thankful as well. She debates me down, but we have our conversations. But it's been a good time. And when there's something to celebrate, I hope people take their time to celebrate. It's not like you're idolizing anything, but you're just letting that person know, man, I see you. It's your birthday. We're going to acknowledge you. We're going to have fun and enjoy the life that God has given to us. That's one of the things that we get to bask in, is enjoying what he's given to us. Don't idolize it, but do enjoy it. Do embrace those moments, because you have them. They're there. And then, as life happens and things can change suddenly. So definitely be grateful for the time that you have with your family members. She got called from her family members, the distant relatives, and I'm just thankful that in this time, in this season for her, she's in a place of just some peace and no chaos, no confusion, no crazy hecticness that would cause her undue stress. And that's for all my kids. And that's kind of what I wanted for them and for myself too, because that helps me, right? That helps me to just be more grounded, not having to worry about, is this going to happen? Is someone going to disturb my peace? Is someone going to be yelling about stuff? As you get older, you don't want to hear all that. Sometimes you just want peace and quiet. And if you're used to peace and quiet, you don't want that. I mean, even my kids, when they're talking, they're having the conversations, I hear them, but they're not, at the top of their lungs, just screaming back and forth to each other, because they don't like it either. They don't like all that yelling and bip bop and screaming and stuff. And I don't make it a point, because if I'm yelling, I'm just calling for them, to come and get something, but it's not like yelling at them. You know what I mean? So I just definitely wanted just to talk about celebration and just celebrating her. And man, I just think back of all the things that the memories of my daughter, and they give me just a pause to reflect, because when you have children, for me anyway, I'll speak for me, because I don't want to say that, because some people might not feel that, but your priorities change, right? The Lord is still at the top, right? But then it's not about the Lord and then you, right? You just thinking about yourself, the Lord and you. It's the Lord and your children, and you're thinking of yourself, right? Try to do your best because I am now, working on my health journey. I've been, but now I'm working on it again. I kind of splurged a little bit, you know, with the eating today, this evening, but I'll be back on my regular regimen tomorrow. And I've been getting up and taking my walks because I'm serious about really being around for the longevity of life as much as I could do to help the body. I want to do that and be around for my kids, be around for my grandkids. And if the Lord allow me and spare my life to see great grands, which be a blessing, but he doesn't have to. If he even graces me to, I'm like, wow. Because my grandmother is 96 and she could see a great grand. I'm like, wow. And he's two. When he says, let him say two, two, two. But those are the things that you look forward to. Those are the intangible things because nobody can put a price on you living to see your grandkids. These are babies are not even here yet. They don't know you. You don't know them. They're not here yet. And then here they come, you know? It's just like that's something. And that's something to look forward to. And I do. But today was just a time of celebration and reflection. I couldn't tell you guys why I was crying and laughing at the same time. Like it was a lot. Excuse me. It was a lot. I was like, oh my goodness. I not only was I I really pushed myself today to walk fairly far. And I could not tell you that when I was done and I came home, I stayed around with the kids and then I ended up laying down because I exhausted myself. And then I was crying myself into a tizzy. Every time I look at my daughter, I'm crying. "Wee." She's like, Mom, why are you crying? I was like, I don't know. And I run into the bathroom and it's just like, then I come out and I'm laughing. And then I start looking at her. She's like, Mom, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. I'll see you. And she started singing some song. I was like, don't sing that song. She's singing a song from Coco. I was like, don't sing that song. And then I was like, oh my gosh, let me go cry some more because then wash my face off. But yeah, it was a lot of bouts of crying today, but I was very happy. I was very happy because she's coming into her own. And I'm just like, wow, 16. Mm-mm-mm. So I was just thinking about that. And I was thinking about all my kids because they have all come so very, very far, and every milestone that they do and achieve it's a blessing. And I can't tell you guys, I am so grateful for it. And sometimes people they don't know, right? They may not know what you or your family have gone through, whatever struggles you've passed through. But when you can look back and like, wow, we have gone through some stuff. And even my kids, if I'm going through something now, like, Mom, we've been through worse. So this is nothing. I'm like, you know what? You're right. We have been through worse. Like, this is a cakewalk, you know? And sometimes we have to look at those things that we pass through and truly use it as a moment of reflection. Like, listen, if God brought us through that, he'll bring us through something else. And I'm saying that because as I'm celebrating my daughter, we have passed through a lot of different things. And she is at 16 years of age, and she looked back and she could celebrate all the victories, celebrate all the different things. And man, that it's a blessing. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. And I'm just like, yeah, this is good. So tonight, I'm not going to be on here very long because this is just me just talking about her. And my family has always been very important to me, and I've always loved to be in really huge, humongous families. Like, I've always wanted a big, massive family, and I'm sure eventually that will happen. But right now, I just wanted to celebrate her, and I felt good about it. And my family members called her. Those were her family members too, so they called her, and I'm like, okay. Only person, of course, didn't call her is her own father, but that's neither here nor there, and that doesn't really, for me, that doesn't really matter because he's doing whatever he's doing, and my daughter could, she didn't even ask, she didn't care, and it didn't even bother her, which I'm glad because I don't want it to. I don't want to disturb her, nothing like that. So I'm just very thankful. Sorry, guys, I should have said pause to the cost because I was drinking some of my lemon water with my little lemon wedges. I took a bite of some lemon today, and that thing was so sour and tart. I was like, oh my gosh. It made the corner of the inside of my mouth like clench up. I was like, no. Yeah, so I was really just basking and how far she's come. And I hope that when you and your family have those moments that you take the time to reflect back, look back, just a glance back. And like, man, we've come so far. Look at where the Lord has brought us to now. And you have something to be very appreciative of. And I can appreciate where we are. I can appreciate where we were, and appreciate where we will be going. But always taking it day by day and not trying to fast forward anything and definitely not trying to rush anything at all. So for now, I am going to get off of here because I just wanted to give you guys a snippet since it's a celebratory day. And I will definitely come back tomorrow, Lord willing, and I will share some other things with you guys, some different topics. And oh, please do check out Pastor Jay and our conversation where we're talking about Dr. Tony Evans, and not in a way where we're slamming and dragging him for holy filth, nothing like that. Just giving, different ideas and different perspectives to think about, mull over, and just kind of think about really, and not to say that we want him to fall because nobody wants that. I know I don't want that. I don't want that for him. So while you're out there listening to all the different people that are talking about this story, I hope you also keep in mind to be gracious, right? Because people are not without flaws and people can make mistakes. And we must be able to, yes, let them be accountable for whatever it was, but at the same time, be gracious and not so harsh that we want to chuck them and discard them and remove them and it never, deal with them ever again. So hopefully you guys check that out, take a listen to it, and also check out Pastor Jay on Walking Truth Radio Network. His podcast, of course, where he's everywhere and also on every podcast platform. His YouTube channel, please go over there, like, share, subscribe, share some of his content out to other friends because he's got great, encouraging words. In only a minute, 2 minutes, if it's ever something maximum, maybe 5 minutes at max, but something that's a snippet, tidbit that you can just hold on and give you something bite-sized to hold on to, a really great wisdom nugget, uh, a wisdom moment, as I call them, wisdom moments. And it's great. So I hope you check him out, check out the Bible studies, check out everything that he is doing as well, because he puts out amazing content himself. And when we come together, we get to doing our thing and we put our content together. But both of us do our own thing as well. And we come together and then we separate and do our own thing. So please like it, share, subscribe. I said share. That's not even, I don't even think that's a real word. I just made that up because I'm trying to use too many words at the same time. But like, share, and subscribe if you would, please, and just share it out to somebody else. It doesn't hurt to share it to other people so that they can be encouraged too. So, Walk Truth Radio Network, and of course, God's gift through His Word. And if you're an independent gospel artist and you just want to share some of your music, or you want it to be on a playlist or Spotify, or you want to come and talk about your music, please do reach out and connect. And you can reach out here, or you can reach out to ggthw, the number 18 at gmail.com. So you can come over and just share what you do with your music, and where people can find it and listen. And I definitely love to connect. So please keep that in mind. And I am going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will be back on tomorrow. We'll see if I'm going to make more shows than just the one. But for now, this is going to be the end. I'm going to wrap it up. Remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. And I am going to, of course, do my thing. You guys know what that is, right? Like, no, what is it? I'm going to cue the music. What are you talking about? Let's go.
God gets through His word. It's God.